Paul says, Robert and Austin, thank you for all you do every week. Never miss a show since day one. Let's go, Paul. Thank you, man. That's awesome.
Awesome.
We're
I
so
love
grateful
that.
to hear that. Paul says, my wife and I are 35. We each have 32,000 in our Roth IRAs and a 401k worth 210,000. I also have 5,000 in a public crypto account and 55,000 in an account made up of employer RSUs and employee stock purchase plan shares. Very cool. Okay. Paul says we generally run a very lean emergency fund. I realize I now need to beef up my emergency fund, and I should also diversify out of some of this employer stock. I was planning on selling $10,000 of my employer stock, but my question is, do I take all 10,000 and put it in my emergency fund in this high yield savings account, or do I take 7,000 and use it to max out the Roth, and then the other 3,000 can go to the emergency fund? We've not made any Roth contributions this year due to adding to a growing family. Thank you for all your help. Robert, I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, I mean, from Austin and I's standpoint, it's always going to be max out the Roth if you can. So for me, that's number one. Get what you can in the Roth, because then it's tax-free for life. You get to enjoy it in retirement, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what I would do. I would consider, like you alluded to, getting rid of some of the RSUs, getting this Roth pumped up a little bit, and 100% make sure you address the emergency fund and get that beefed up. I know Austin likes 6 months in reserves. I think 3 is fine. So if you wanted to be in the middle, 4 or 5 months is great, but you have to have that, because most people that live without an emergency fund always find themselves using credit cards to pay for the emergency. That is a recipe for disaster. And that is why so many adults in the US carry credit card balances year round, because they're always dipping into them. That's why the emergency fund is so important.
Yeah, and then not just that too, but then they say, oh, I can take out my Roth IRA contributions penalty free. I can dip into that. I can use it as a savings account. No, no. Your retirement contributions are for your retirement. Full stop. I can't even think. I mean, I could think of a couple crazy emergencies to want to dip into that money if you need to, but it's just like, please don't do that. Please have a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. Personally, I've got 30,000 in mine. For me, that's about 4.5, 5 months of expenses. I don't have a regular job though, right? So sometimes my income does this. And so I'm more on the beefier side. You maybe are on the other side. We have a very regular job. Then maybe you only need 3 months, right? And maybe whatever. So everyone's different. Personal finance is personal. But what is really important to understand here is that you have an emergency fund. You use it instead of credit card debt so that your investments can stay invested. Full stop. So in this situation, get that Roth IRA rocking, do the emergency fund, like you're going to be just fine here. But as long as you're in that 3 months of expenses, Paul, I think you're doing great. And I'm super excited that you're now contributing to your Roth IRA.